having people come here and saying they want people killed or people should kill people or
that's so strange, dude. Why does that keep happening? I have guests on my stream all the time. Ain't nobody talking about murdering people. I don't understand it. It's just like, it seems like a weird you problem. If you're an absolute sucker if you pay $10.99 for a book where he tells you to tidy your room and then you go on Twitter for free and see him trying to start racially aggravated abuse of Sesame Street characters, I try to be vigilant about screenshots, but I hadn't even crossed my mind that this might not be real. Okay, I'm undoing it. This might be one of those Piggate occasions where it's so plausible we have no choice but to accept its canonical truth. Wait, he said confirmed is real. It's just like, this is one of those instances like, it says a lot about society that I believe. I believed it. It's fake, but it says a lot about society. I believe it's real, but it's like, but you know what it is? Like, he's done way worse shit than like beefing with Muppets. So like, that would be one of the more normal beefs that he has. You know what I mean? Like, he still gets mad about the thick lady from like 3 years ago on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Like, this is a guy who still to this day gets mad about a thick lady that he could not crank to. Or maybe he could crank to it, but like didn't actually, I don't know, didn't actually like that he could crank to it. Like, he had post-nut clarity and it absolutely got like it really upset him, like felt ashamed, and he still talks about that. So it's like, that's, in my opinion, that's like way worse than the Muppet situation. Yeah, this is a guy who has literally tweeted about finding, remember when he was mad that CP is getting harder to find on Twitter? Yeah, he's tweeted about cum extraction machines in China. So, oh, the funny Tim Pool clip. Yeah, I saw this.
Because
this is like, Tim Pool is having a bit of a come to Jesus moment, it feels like, recently, with like him deviating from the rest of the right wingers on the Taylor Swift being a psyop saga. Like, he's unironically been like trying to warn everybody to shut up about Taylor Swift, because he's like, you guys come across like you're insane. And Taylor Swift is like infinitely more powerful than anyone else you've ever imagined. So stop personally positioning yourself as like anti-Taylor Swift for no reason. And it's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny situation that he's found himself in, but this is the other funny situation he's found himself in. Here, let's watch this video clip.
Tim Pool is upset because something happened on the show yesterday, and he's calling out the guy who made it happen.
And he's reassessing his career.
So I'm not trying to be a dick right now, but like, I've got 500 messages of like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you taking the show down? Are you fucking with us? You're trying to make money.
I thought YouTube took the show down.
No, I had to take the show down. You made 2 allusions within like the span of a couple minutes to murdering people.
Okay.
After I explicitly stated in the pre-show, do not make allusions to violence. Then went on to explain, we keep having people come here and saying they want people killed or people should kill people or
that's so strange, dude. Why does that keep happening? I have guests on my stream all the time. Ain't nobody talking about murdering people. I don't understand it. It's just like, it seems like a weird you problem. Like, why is that happening so frequently? It doesn't make any sense. Why is that happening to you so frequently, dude? Yeah, it's a real, why do these gay guys keep sucking my dick moment for Tim Pool. Okay? Everywhere I go, gay guys are everywhere and they're constantly sucking my dick. They're sucking on my pee-pee. Okay? I don't know why. I don't know how it keeps happening. Just stop. Please stop sucking on my penis, gay guys. I hate it. Ooh, no. Okay? I wonder where the they are getting the idea of being incredibly violent. Like, why are they saying that? Why are they saying that on his show, on his stream, on his broadcast? What the hell? Oh yeah, remember that Texas mall shooter who literally was like, I love Tim Pool and I love doing shootings because of Tim Pool. Tim Pool has shown me how to do shootings. They keep sucking my dick from the back, but I refuse to make LGBT decisions. Yeah. They all know which side is violent. They're just liars and never stop projecting it onto their enemies. Yeah. He also said I'm a neo-Nazi and I love Tim Pool. Yeah, it was crazy because like every time like a mass shooting happens, and at this point it's like we joke around about it because it's like so commonplace. It's become gallows humor. But like at this point, every time a mass shooting happens and like we scan through the Twitter and social media footprint of the shooter, if they have ever been like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be mean to gay people. They'll be like, that's it. That guy's a communist. Okay, see? And then like entire social media profile simultaneously is like just a target rich environment of like a litany of insane right-wing things all the way down to like tort reform or something. Okay, deregulating industries, like that's why I'm doing mass shootings or whatever. When a die-in-the-wool right-winger does a mass shooting, they detail it, okay? They detail it. They basically will be like, I love watching Ben Shapiro. I love watching Tim Pool. I am doing this mass shooting because of all of the wonderful information that I have learned from these guys. Here is my manifesto detailing exactly the talking points that I've learned from them. And this is why I went and purchased a gun with ease to do a mass shooting. And these guys will be like, whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, anybody could say any of those things. Come on, anybody. It's just like, whatever. It's just, come on. What do you mean? What? It must be a psyop. It's got to be a psyop. Everything's a psyop. In order for someone to be considered like a leftist communist mass shooter, they just have to be like gay or a black or trans. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, that's a leftist. Like there was a trans mass shooter recently, right? Or like someone who was apprehended who was trans, and immediately they were like, see, there you go. And then you look at their social media profile and it's just like the most Nazi shit, like openly Nazi, openly a Nazi trans person. No, not Nashville. The other one. No, not the Nashville one. There was another one that got like, it was another one recently. No, you literally have precog. Tim Pool did call it a psyop. Tim Pool calls the Allen, Texas shooters pro-Nazi online footprint a psyop and blames mass shootings on multiculturalism.
We have this from NBC News. What we know about the Slain, Texas Mall massacre suspect.
Yeah, I remember this. He said this when, the guy who was like, I'm a huge Tim Pool fan. Yeah, he did do that. Anyway, classic stuff overall. Did we do Biden already? No, we didn't. We didn't do Biden already. Seattle's what you're thinking of? No, there's a recent one that like was a blip on the radar. It didn't turn into a mass shooting because like I believe that the person was like actually apprehended by the authorities before they were able to do a mass shooting. Remember when Sam Harris said about that one racist shooter that we can't know that he's actually racist just because he said so himself in a manifesto? Sam said he might have been trolling. Yes. Sam Harris, when white nationalists openly say, I love white nationalist ideology, I am doing this mass shooting for white nationalism, will say, can we really know that it's about white nationalism? Sam Harris, when someone looks Arab or Muslim, will immediately go, see, they read the Quran and the Quran told them to do this mass shooting. It's because our inherent biases, the biases that we have directly lead us down intellectual trappings, okay? It makes you think dumber. That's it. No, this one. This is the one I think. No, not this one. Or is this the one? Colorado authorities arrested a 19-year-old former Colorado Springs student over plans to carry out multiple shootings in a various school area. The suspect has been formally charged. According to authorities quoted by local media, Whitmer was a former student of the Colorado. Is this the one? Dude, we have so many mass shootings. By the way, like, that's the other thing I was saying. Like, people always say, oh, dude, like, well, look at this. Like, trans people are doing mass shootings. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's America. You got elderly Asian people doing mass shootings, okay? Literally every demographic gets a piece. It just means that they have become Americanized, okay? That's all that means. Is progress, baby. Equal opportunity mass shootings for all. You know what I'm saying? We got DEI mass shootings, baby. Diversity in my mass shooters. There was a trans Nazi who was like 50 years old who was arrested in Portland. That was the one I was thinking of. Racist trans Nazi woman arrested after trans Facebook group raised alarms. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Which is crazy. Like, there are so many. In France, liberals went on a crusade against the term Islamophobia. No, even the media can't talk about racism against Muslims. It doesn't exist. Yeah. Related cavernical vid. Does the femboy community have a neo-Nazi problem? I'm not watching that video, okay? I do not want to get the femboys riled up. It's not happening. Brother, it is not happening, okay? It's not, okay? It's not happening. Cavernical. I love Cavernical. I think he's great. I have grown fond of his commentary, especially in like recent months, I would say. I didn't really know too much about him other than the fact that he like did a video about me not living in like an ascetic lifestyle. But even then I was like I thought he was like pretty even-handed. Wow. But since then he is I really like his stuff because he's like, I think he's a Middle Eastern studies guy, and it's pretty hard not to like the Middle Eastern studies PhDs and grad students because like they are the final bastion, the last line of defense on all of the incredible misinformation that is spread about like Israel, Palestine in general. He did a squash the beef video on YouTube. I don't remember that, but it doesn't matter. He has said you are not the biggest problem in the left and people who get upset about you are grifters. Yeah, we've gone way past that. In the state where I live, you can buy a gun faster than you can get a hot breakfast, so you can be a good guy with a gun super fast. That's what I'm talking about. Please mention how anti-LGBTQ Nazis are and how rare / double think it is to be a trans Nazi. People are dumb and will think this is common if they hate trans people already. Wait, what? Yeah, it's like being a black white supremacist. It is directly antithetical, okay? Yeah, you have to be deeply and severely mentally ill. Like actually severely mentally ill. And I'm not talking about like what psychotic anti-trans people claim trans people are like. I'm talking like actually, yeah, it's just like, yeah, it is completely brain broken. You have to be completely brain broken to be like, yeah, I'm trans and also a Nazi and everyone despises me and wants to kill me. Anyway, it's probably less common than being a black white supremacist. Yeah, because there's just not that many trans people in general. So that's probably a big part of that. But it's just, guys, I don't think you understand. This is how intersectionality works. Intersectionality demands that there are privileged blind spots across the board. If you don't check yourself, you will inevitably wreck yourself. You could be a white trans woman and still have white supremacist attitudes. It's just kind of how it works. I mean, dude, you can be a black person and have white supremacist perspectives or advocate for white supremacy. Black people do it all the time. What do you mean? It's just we are all products of our environment at the end of the day. And America still very much is pumping out white supremacist commentary. And also, bruh, chill. No, it's 100% the truth. And I'm not even just talking about Jesse Lee Peterson or Candace Owens. The obvious professional white supremacist black people are on a different level. I'm simply talking about like black people that are educated within a white supremacist framework that still have a tendency to not even recognize that they have like white supremacist opinions. Okay. It is a byproduct of being born into an environment and being educated in an environment that is consistently feeding you white supremacist perspectives. It's just the material reality. Holy shit, you were so right when you say Europe is a few years removed from the American brain rot. Greece is facing the shroud of prey the gay away. It's crazy. Yep, this is correct. FD says it's important as a black person to recognize your internal anti-blackness as a product of us living in white supremacy. Exactly. Hasan is entering his socialist rap era with this outfit and fact slapping. Yeah, it's just, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. And then you get baby progressives who maintain that only white people can be racist. No, it's just like everyone can be racist, except racism is not the same as like white. Anti-black racism is not the same as like anti-white racism, though. You know what I mean? Like that's an important distinction to make. Opinion on Alperen Şengün? He's the GOAT. I love him. Did you talk about Cenk and Destiny? No. And I will most likely not watch it, and I will most likely not pay attention to that. Partially because like I don't think Cenk is very good at. I mean, Cenk is a great debater when he debates like right wingers and stuff, but I don't think on the issue of Israel Palestine he has like phenomenal takes. He's exactly the type of dude who says stuff like, yeah, this is a religious conflict or whatever. And because of that, I don't think he's going to do a great job of like arguing these positions, because like the framework that he operates off of is not exactly great. You know what I mean? He don't want to open his DMs by mistake on IG. Well, that's definitely a concern for sure. I would not want to leak them. But you're not missing much. Cenk did own the shit out of him, though. Your uncle had some real winning ideas about the migrants yesterday. Yeah, I don't really care. Anyway, I'm 24. I was just on Insta on my phone. 1 sec. Yeah, 24. You're at the edge. You mean like his stance on Israel-Palestine is not super principled? I think his output is great. I think his heart's in the right place. And I think that when he's like on Piers Morgan, it's a pretty decent job, depending on what kind of right-winger he's talking to. Overall, if you're like framework on Israel Palestine is not built on top of like the fact that like Israel's an apartheid regime and you have like a materialist analysis on Israel Palestine, you are probably going to end up flubbing. You're not gonna have a great there are going to be intellectual trappings that you will fall into, like little booby traps in a conversation where you end up conceding points that I don't think are appropriate to concede on, or even just viewing it as a conflict over land and not religion. No, I think he views it as a conflict over religion and not land, because it is a conflict over land and not religion. Religion is just a motivator on top of the actual material interest. Anyway, that's my point. That's why I don't like listening to his debates on that kind of stuff, unless he's like straight up talking to like a weirdo right winger.